So they're mowing the lawn behind me. So here's the cable. That's all going to run into the trench, and that's going to go over the top. So here's the trench. I haven't seen this yet, have we? God, useful over. So the trench has been nicely dug for me, down to the right depth, and all the way out there, and it's going to end up, if you can see behind the trees, over there somewhere. And this had better be measured right, or it's going to be a pain in the arse. And there's the boxes all ready to roll. And that other cable you can see there, that's the flexible trunking conduit, sorry, that's where the earth cable's coming from. So that's what we're going to be laying. And I've got the tree in the way. So we're going to set the cameras up and then we're going to have some fun and games. Oh my word. There's under there. That end up in the trench. Cable's a bit stuck. Come here. Okay, you hold on to the camera, Jay, and I'll start doing.
I'll just turn you upside down here.
Right, it's up. Woo. Right, so also don't want it twisted. Try not to get it twisted anyway. Right, so that's that cable yanked through. So effectively we're going to be coming in here. So we're going to come into this board. Now I'm not quite sure where I'm going to come in at the moment and how I'm going to get into there, but we've got the cable run, so that's fine. I'm happy with that. Now I've got to put the yellow flashing down. Just now. So this trench is now all going to be, it's all going to be filled in. All the way down there. So I'm just going to get the yellow labelling, that's going to go over the top of it, and we'll lay that over then. Right, so I must admit, looking at this now, I'm just wondering, I've got lots of this cable. Now I am just wondering whether just to terminate this cable slightly lower down. Yeah, I might do. I might terminate it slightly lower down, bring that pipe down a bit. Won't hurt, just bring it down a bit. I could just extend it down. That terminal box isn't attached to the wall yet, it's only just there. Then of course now I've got to run the earthing cable through here. So I need to put that out next. So, as you might have seen just now, I had great trouble trying to get that earth cable through this conduit. Unfortunately, I didn't have any of the pulling tape, so I had to cut it short, and unfortunately what happened is I've actually cut it too short. Typical. Anyway, but what I have found is something quite interesting. The thread size on there is identical to normal PVC conduit. So as you've probably just seen in my hand, I can do that. So I've got that on a white, I've got it on a white plastic conduit, but that's not a problem. So I've connected that into there, and then I can just do it. That is an exceptionally tight fit. I'll just put some PVC glue on that, that'll glue those two together, and I've recovered that section. I've got my length of cable back. I don't think that's bad. That's not a bad solution to a little problem, and that'll be totally watertight. Yeah. Okay, that'll do. A little bit of an improvised solution there. Yeah, for me.
I am.
Whoop. Oh, right. So this little solution does seem to have worked. I've got to wait now for this, for the PVC to set off. But that has worked a treat. Smooth joint. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. Yeah, good solution that. Oh, right, I'm going to crimp off this earth cable now. Get that done. Right, let's get this crimped off and then we're done. Yeah. Now, just in case anyone's wondering, the yellow ones, that's an M10 on there to go around on this particular bolt. So, just get that cable up and out of the way. Now, this new gadget should be able to strip a 6mm cable. Let's see if it does. Lives up to its reputation. Yes, it does. There you go. No problem at all. Get that in there. That's in. Put the crimper. Right out of the way. Give me a second. Let's try that again. Oh, that's not quite squeezed down on that. Don't want to squeeze down on that. There you go. Done. And on there. Yeah. I'm only doing those finger tight for the moment, just so it's all in there. I'll put my monkey wrenches on them later. We'll get them sorted out. Right, that's in there. Done.
I'll take one of them back as well.
No, I need them down here.
Pardon?
I need them down here. Okay, so a little bit of an update after the fun and games outside. Okay, now as we've actually discovered, a lot of this building is actually concrete and not wood as I suspected. In fact, this here, this beam is concrete, that's wood, that's concrete. And of course what I've done, and I didn't realise it at the time, is I've lined that up with what I thought was a wooden beam. It isn't, it's concrete. So I've got two options. I can either go up there and have fun and games connecting a conduit all the way along there in concrete, which will be a pain in the bleeding ass, or do the solution I've got down here, run a piece of flexible conduit up here, bend it and come up here and use this wooden beam to come across. Now that might have its own issues. The issue being is this: these metal saddles, as you can see, they'll fit nicely, that's not a problem, but as you can see they overlap. Now not an issue because obviously we're dealing in the fittings in the middle, but is it the neatest solution? Is it the nicest? Well, you could say, well, why don't I put it in there? Well, I can't, because I can't get to my drill there. So I am landed with a bit of a dilemma, and I'm not 100% sure. Well, one thing we could do, you can see that, we could, if that gap is, let's just check, if that gap, yes, it, whoops, if you can see, yes it will. So what we could do is we could, and that'll fit, and there's enough room there for the drill and everything to go on there. There we go. That could be our solution. So come up from there, bend the other way, up there, and run the conduit through that, and through there, and then use a piece of flexible conduit to then bridge that gap somehow. We could do something. We can do something here. We can get. Well, no, we won't use flexible conduit there. We'll come along there with a normal PVC conduit, do a bend there, and then given this fun and games here, I think we might have to do flexible conduit down, and then we'll do something down to there. Bit of a mix and match, but I think because this is a very old building and it's been rebuilt several times apparently. This is not your usual installation where it's all nice, neat and tidy in a garage or a shed. This is very much sort of, well, we'll have to work with what we've got. So I think that's the only way I think we can do it. So I think we'll do that there. That will come down to the light switch, and then the light switch is there, done. The first light is going to be mounted on this wooden beam here, and the other light, hopefully you can still see, is actually going to go on this beam, and what I'm going to do, this piece of wood I'm going to attach to get the level dropped so the light won't then be below that concrete. So, and obviously then I've got to work out how to get the cabling from both lights to both lights and the switch. Haven't quite sussed that out yet, but I think the first thing we've got to do is we've got to get the conduit and stuff across here to the light switch. Now we're doing it in singles, so we've got pretty much free rein on how we can wire this, because we don't have to do the 2-plate, 3-plate method. We can effectively do what we like on how to do this. So I'll have a think about how I'll do it. I'm going to leave a wiring diagram for the lights and things, so that any future electrician or people here know exactly how this is all wired together. Yeah, okay, I think we'll do that. The first of the 2 lights is up. Actually got my son giving me a hand today, so I'm just teaching him a few things while I'm doing this. Because I know that this is going to be a nightmare. It didn't work. I don't know why it worked over there, it doesn't work over here, but it doesn't work. So we're going to go back to the old way of doing it.